Breaking news just moments ago, the widow of Charlie Kirk speaking publicly for the first time since her husband was gunned down by an assassin. Erika Kirk thanking law enforcement officers for arresting a suspect in her husband's killing. She spoke about her husband's love for his family and his compassion.
But most of all, Charlie loved his children, and he loved me with all of his heart. And I knew that. Every day I knew that. He made sure I knew that every day. Every day he would ask me, how can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father? Every day. Every day. He was such a good man. He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband.
Erika Kirk says her husband's legacy will live on and the movement he built will continue after his death.
In the meantime, normal, quiet, well-raised, and smart. That's how people who knew Tyler Robinson are describing the 22-year-old. He's a man in custody accused of firing the shot that killed Charlie Kirk.
Tonight, Robinson is being held without bail in a Utah jail. He was arrested, accused of shooting Kirk in the neck during a speaking event at Utah Valley University earlier this week. According to sources, Robinson's father recognized his son from photos shared by the FBI. He was the one who reportedly got his son to surrender to authorities.
So there's a lot to unpack tonight, including new information about messages Robinson allegedly shared leading up to the attack.
Let's get straight to ABC's Jacqueline Lee, who is live in Orem, Utah. Jacqueline, what are you learning about Robinson's background?
Giovanna and David, we learned that many people were caught off guard by this arrest. But I have to say, speaking about the influence of Charlie Kirk, the crowds have not stopped coming to visit and build this makeshift memorial all day long. And the FBI actually crediting the public for generating more than 11,000 leads to put the suspect behind bars. Today, we're learning new details about the suspected shooter of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The governor of Utah naming the suspect as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, saying he was taken into custody after his father recognized these photos authorities released of a person of interest.
On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Robinson has been booked into the Utah County Jail, held on suspicion of felony discharge of a firearm, aggravated murder, and obstruction of justice, according to probable cause documents. ABC's Matt Gutman speaking one-on-one today with Utah's Department of Public Safety Commissioner.
The investigation's active and open. We will look at everything. We have no reason to believe he did not act alone, but in an investigation like this, we don't take anything for granted either.
31-year-old Kirk was hosting an event on Utah Valley University's campus Wednesday when a single shot was fired, killing him. Police say they found a rifle and cartridges in the woods nearby. Investigators interviewed Robinson's roommate, who shared with them messages he said Robinson sent to him on social media.
The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point.
The messages also referred to engraving bullets. Police say several of the cartridges found had writing on them. Officials say Robinson lived with his family in St. George, about a 4-hour drive from Orem. A neighbor who says she knows the family well says she never thought this is something he could do.
He was a very quiet, very well-raised young man. And they were playful little boys. They had 3 brothers, and that's how his mom and dad would have raised him.
The Utah County attorney will be reviewing the evidence over the next few days and is expected to bring charges as early as next week. In Orem, Utah, Jacqueline Lee, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jacqueline, the pieces are coming together, but what are the friends of Tyler Robinson saying in response to his arrest?
Friends have said they're stunned. Many said that he was incredibly intelligent. He was reserved, but they said he never really spoke about politics. So they say they are shocked that he is being associated with a crime of this magnitude. Guys.